So I'm here in our shop in Balham with Svetlana, the cheese lady from Scotland, who's made the long journey all the way down to Balham to visit us. And we're really thrilled that she's here.
I am very excited to be here. Thank you for having me. I admire your cheeses. I admire your company. I think it's phenomenal what you do. The variety of Spanish cheeses that you bring to this country. Like I've mentioned before, I've been working with your company for over 10 years now.
Is it really?
Yes, over 10 years.
That.
And yes, I'm in awe of what you all do, and I especially love the Spanish cheeses and the variety that you offer to the British market.
Great. Oh, well, it's so nice to hear, because we've been, walking this pathway of trying to get Spanish cheese into Britain and noticed by people for quite a long time. And they're so unique, but it doesn't always interest the public. They don't really know what's there. They don't really know what's different about them. And so when we have an advocate like yourself there behind the cheese counter, it really makes our job worthwhile. So thank you.
And I really love doing that. It's like I say to my customers, because I'm not originally obviously from Britain, just based on my accent, but I studied international relations at university. I really appreciate different countries and different cultures, and I love chatting to my customers about the foods from those, and specifically cheeses from those countries and cultures. And I think Spain has such a unique offering, and it's just a pleasure to highlight them and taste them with our customers, and to just share the Spanish culture that way.
Yeah. Oh, good. Well, I've been enjoying those stories for a while too, so it's really good. I mean, I think when we first started, which was about over 30 years ago, cheese was very, very, very hard message to get across to customers.
Yeah.
But now I think people understand that it is possible to make a cheese from sheep's milk. Maybe 30 years ago people didn't really appreciate that quite so well. And the flavours of Spanish cheeses are so unique. Really,
Absolutely.
They're so different to the rest of Europe, and obviously really different to England.
Yes, I do agree with that. And I think Spain offers something to different levels of adventure in people, I suppose, because there's the manchego that everybody loves and admires. So if somebody is kind of slightly less adventurous when it comes to cheeses, they still know they can get something really comforting in the way of manchego and similar cheeses. But then for those who are a bit more adventurous, they have payoyo to explore and grazalema, and then there's the blue cheeses and soft and firm goat's milk cheeses. So there's pretty much everything for all sorts of palates.
Yeah. I do think I'm not sure, you might agree or not, but I do feel in Scotland people are a little bit more adventurous when it comes to cheeses. There seems to be a very good response from the Scottish audience.
I think there are different groups of consumers that we have, and there will be those that are slightly more set in their ways. There will be more adventurous ones, absolutely, and that's good that we can offer them things that they want. It's our kind of job, and it makes it fun for us as cheesemongers to be able to hear the customer, to hear what they like, what don't like, and to offer them something that's perfect for their palate.
Yeah. So how, in your shop, how do people respond to the cheeses? How do you get them engaged with the varieties that you have from Spain, from us?
Well, we have a specific kind of approach to serving our customers. As I've mentioned before, we like to find something that's suitable for their palate. We don't like to just recommend the things that we like, and we obviously also work on the assumption that we love all of our cheeses.
Yes.
They're all our babies. It's impossible to choose that way. But when we chat to customers and we ask them whether they like firm cheeses or soft cheeses, do they have preference in milk, whether they like sheep's or goat's or cow's milk cheeses, that way we can narrow it down. And then when it kind of checks certain boxes, we can arrive and say, oh, it sounds like you might like this manchego, would you like to try it? Or you might like this payoyo, would you like to try it? So that's kind of our approach to that.
Okay. And are there any little anecdotes of your customers' response to a particular cheese, or a little story, or someone made an unusual comment or enjoyed them in a certain context? Or
not that comes to mind, actually. No, we do have a lot of customers coming in and asking specifically for manchego. I think the anecdote would be that when people feel a little bit intimidated by the selection that we offer, because we have over 100 cheeses in the shop,
100, yeah.
they kind of go for the names that they know. So they'll see manchego, oh, I'll have some manchego. They kind of panic a little bit, or I'll have some mull cheddar. So they'll kind of make that quick decision. But if they actually end up talking to us, if they engage with the cheesemongers behind the counter, that's where we can actually open their minds up to trying new cheeses, and we'll recommend something. Or do you want something a little bit more mature? Would you like it to be kind of more intense, or would you like it to be more elegant? And then we know kind of the cheeses that we have to play with.
Excellent.
I think just having spoken to our customers for so many years, I know that sheep's milk cheeses are a little bit more approachable and kind of easier for people to explore than, say, goat's milk cheeses.
Exactly.
They take a little bit more convincing to get people to try. But yeah, sheep's milk is very crowd friendly. It's very exciting, and our customers do find them easy kind of to explore and embrace.
Yes, I did want to ask, because obviously we were just talking about sheep's milk cheese and goat's milk cheeses, and sheep and goat's milk are both considered very, very dietary wise, very, very good for you, and an area of dairy to explore for a lot of people. What's your philosophy about sort of milk and dairy, and how it fits into one's eating habits or lifestyle?
Well, where I stand is I think that cheese is very good for you, whether it comes from sheep's and goats and cow's milk. Of course, everything needs to be enjoyed in moderation. We all appreciate that. No matter how much I love cheese or champagne, I never overdose on those things, and I never recommend
I do.
that people do on occasion. It's like they say, everything in moderation, even moderation. So an occasional splurge, we're all human, yes, I've had those before as well. But as a general philosophy, I stand on balance.
Yes.
So, and I think I kind of have this appreciation of the gray area between the black and the white. Some people either eat too much cheese or none of the cheese.
Right.
So I like it to enjoy it in balance and moderation, so regularly. And I like variety. I like to embrace all the different milks, because they all offer something a little bit different in terms of flavor, aroma, and the composition.
Okay, because they can make very much a meal out of cheese.
Absolutely.
Without it being, you don't have to have meat. It can replace other proteins very happily.
Exactly.
Within your menu.
Yeah, absolutely. As you know, cheese is full of protein, so it's very good for you. But not only it's good for your body, I'm sure you'll also agree it's good for your soul.
I think it's definitely very good for your soul. I mean, it is, and it's a food that connects you to so much, to the geography and ecology and the traditions of a country. It's not just a product that comes out of a dairy. There's so much more to it that you can appreciate when you eat it and smell it.
You can almost taste the culture where it comes from. With the Spanish cheeses, like manchego, some people will probably overlook it because then they think, oh, we can buy it in supermarkets these days. But when you taste proper manchego versus a supermarket manchego, you can taste the authenticity and just the culture and everything.
Excellent. Well, it's been amazing to have you down here.
It's been my pleasure.
Welcome you to our shop and to our cheese rooms here in Balham.
Thank you so much.
Everybody's really enjoyed meeting you.
Thank you.